what is it about the operating environment you face and some of those elements that I mentioned that make AI transformation different for you and your organizations? In other words, like, how did you escape this gravitational force that seems to be pulling a lot of people down?
One of the things I thought was interesting on the last slide, Colin, was how life insurance seems to outrank the others in terms of responsible AI, which is, or responsible AI, yes, in general, which I thought that was interesting. And then, we kind of fall down across every other lever. But I think you did a really good job in the report of writing up what the differences are. First of all, life insurance is kind of a long duration, low frequency business, and and it's deeply personal. It's centered around people's life events, whether they be happy life events like the birth of a child, or sad life events like the death of a loved one. So that is our primary driver in terms of how and when we engage with customers. The second thing that's different is we have very little direct business. We are primarily a B2B to C, or even a B2B to B2C business. So we have wholesalers selling to advisors, selling to companies who then provide insurance for their members. So the ability to interact kind of with the customers in a high frequency and a direct way, it just doesn't exist for us, certainly not on the life side. I think we'll see that changing a little bit more as health insurance, particularly in Asia, becomes more and more of what life insurers do. And then the other thing is just we're both very highly regulated industries, but there is in life there are massive restrictions on the data that we can use to do a lot of the things that we do. So we don't, whereas in P&C, I know there's a lot of work that AXA is doing and others around climate research and ecological change and, impacts of hurricanes. Like that's not information we can use when we're operating our business. So there's a whole bunch of differences. I think the only thing that's the same is the word insurance. Other than that, it's a pretty different business.